I remember one time having a dream of me graduating college with my bachelor's degree, and how happy I was, I couldn't describe. I was over the moon. But unfortunately, that didn't last for very long because when I applied for jobs and I got an interview, I got rejected. How horrible is that? Well, at least it was a dream. But the reality is, I actually am bad at sales. And unfortunately, the reality is for majority of us students, we spend years and years pursuing a degree and high grades that we forget about the outcome of where the degree is supposed to take us. When it comes to presenting those skills that you have acquired, whether that is networking, presenting, or a job interview, we tend to struggle because we don't know how to persuade. And that is not a communication problem. In fact, it is a sales problem. And people fail to perceive it as that way. Sales isn't just selling a product, it's selling the idea behind the product. And the same goes for us. We're selling the idea behind our skills and our values. So according to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, in a 2024 report on career readiness, employers ranked the ability to clearly present as one of the most important qualities for hiring graduates. So in order for us to get the best outcome from our degrees, we would have to learn sales. But majority of us don't understand sales. And the reason because is ourselves. The blame is on you. But I'll explain why and how so we students can actually thrive in and out of college. So you see, the problem isn't the knowledge or experience. It is the ability to sell those knowledge and experience and certain skills in a way that opportunities gravitate towards you. As a student, you probably have taken core classes. You have probably maybe done internships here and there. Maybe you have already acquired the skill already needed. So when somebody asks you, why should we choose you? What certain values do you bring? How would you answer such a question? Because majority of us students don't understand or know how to turn those skills and experiences in a persuasive answer. Majority of us, we focus too much on the skill in itself rather than the outcome of the skill. We don't explain the impact, we don't explain the results, we don't explain why it truly matters. And that is the difference between value and skill. In a concept discussed in a 2013 article published by Knowledge at Wharton, it actually confirms this. It discussed that everyone is pretty much on sales. Everybody does sales. Whether that is interviewing, whether that is talking to someone, your family members, applying to college application, everything requires sales. And if you don't know how to do that, you will most likely miss opportunities left and right. And now that you understand the problem, do you know the cause actually circles back to us? The cause is not the lack of opportunities nor courses. It is the lack of emphasis, discomfort, and perception. Students aren't really pushed to persuade others. They focus so much on the grade because that's what the school punishes you for if you don't pass a class. Also, many of us avoid such opportunities when networking is presented, an event is presented. You don't participate as much. I'm guilty of that because I felt anxious. I didn't want to get rejected when I was talking to professionals, and that held me back. Another reason could be the perception of sales. People have a negative connotation on what sales is because they think people who do sales have low trust, or they're manipulative, or they push you to do certain things that you don't want. But in fact, they're wrong. And I can prove that because in a 2018 study published in a journal of selling, researcher Michael Leisure found the students who actually participated in sales education tend to have communication skills, more confidence, and better career readiness. This means opportunities do exist, but the student cease to not take advantage of it. And So, how can you as a student take advantage of such opportunities? How can you fill in the gap? You can simply do that by networking with people and actually try to persuade them somehow. Try it out, challenge yourself, talk to professionals, network. And you can also do that by taking classes at the UMN or taking outside sales certificates or anywhere else. Just take some sort of class. You can also participate in clubs, network with people, do mock interviews with your friends, and actually try to see if you can persuade them and try to give feedback to each other. Also, within the courses, they will teach you how to actually persuade effectively and how to have authority and to actually put your ideas together in order to persuade someone. You can also shift your mindsets from a product perspective to a problem perspective. For example, when somebody who graduated as a computer scientist and someone asks you, what value do you bring? You're probably going to say, I can code, I can build a website. But in fact, what you should say is, I'm going to generate more leads for you by building an app for you. That is outcome based, and that is going to sell and persuade the other person. That is one tactic. According to a 2025 article published by AACSB Insights, a major organization focused on business education, sales-related skills strongly contribute to a better long-term advancements. Who wouldn't want that? I would love to continue building my career. So in order to conclude this, we as students struggle to present skills because of our own selves, the lack of emphasis, discomfort. The solution is learning and practicing the skills, courses, network with people. And I want to leave you with this. You may have an important conversation one day. You may have an important interview job one day. And for you to be able to take advantage of those opportunities is important. And that is why sales is important. It will change your life and it will give you opportunities maybe that you have never ever thought of. That's what sales does for me, and I hope this will help you out in your college journey. Thank you.